And then I'm going to ask him if I can come in. What do you think of that? Now he's trying to grab it a little bit, but he's kind of struggling with his lips. So I'm going to give him a little cheek support with so I'm going to hold it with these fingers, and I'm going to use my middle finger on his cheek. And then I'm going to actually have my pinky underneath on his chin. There we go. So I'm making this as close to the breast as possible. Okay, so he's on his side as if he were nursing with you.
He's even got his hand above like he does when he nurses.
So I've got my ring finger and middle finger are on his cheek, and my pinky's on his chin. And there he goes. Now, your timing is also impeccable to have him where he normally would want to sleep.
Yeah.
And having just fed an hour ago, these are like my favorite consults to walk into.
Yeah.
Because you really did all the hard work before getting him here. How do you feel about this? How does this look compared to how he's been taking
No,
the
it's
bottle?
amazing.
Oh yeah, this is so much better.
This is like the opposite of normally it's like acts like we're waterboarding
God,
him
yeah.
and just like
He
hates
just
it.
gags and screams and tries to slap the bottle
I
away.
think warming his mouth up, having him in a nice calm space, and then getting him as close to breastfeeding as possible is going to be your key. Now, that most of the time what happens when you're sitting up and you're holding the bottle, there's nothing on his face to tell him, hey, latch.
Yeah.
So the is he doesn't have the depth perception still to know where it is, and he's so used to his whole body and face touching you.
Yeah, I've noticed that too because I've just kind of
So
resting
see how
my
he's
head
looking
on
for
his
it right now? Yeah.
yeah, resting my hand on his face has helped in the past.
Yep. So did you see how he kind of pulled back on latch? That was a self-pacing. He's like, oh, I think I got a little too fast. So he did that to recover. And then he's like, oh, where did it go? Where did it go? So all I'm doing is, again, if you look underneath, if you bring the video under so you can see where my pinky is. So I've got my ring finger and my middle finger on his cheek. And then if you come around over this side. Do you see how I have my pinky just gently resting on his chin? And that's why having him in the sideline fully supported position will also really help, because it's going to feel a little awkward the first couple times you do it. Like, this is not my first baby to use this hand position on. So for me, it feels very natural. It might take you a little while to kind of figure out how to do that. But I'm just gently resting my pinky to say, hey, here's where your chin needs to be. My fingers are on the side. Here's where here's that extra support. And then I'm totally cool with having him have his arm around that bottle. Especially if he does that at the breast.
He does that all the time at the breast. It's like his modest pose.
And then you can also see his whole body's quiet because his whole body's supported. So he knows where he is in space. My hand is just where it would be if he were breastfeeding. It's on the shoulders with finger and thumb by the ears and not on the head. And he's kind of pulling off, so I'm going to let him take a little break. And he just downed an ounce.
Jeez.
Good job, boo-boos.
That's great.
Good job. So my best recommendation is every morning around the same time, try to offer your bottle. So right around the time when he's going to go to nap. So if you can hit it, feed him about an hour before. Make sure he's in this nice calm state. If he's willing, do the oral.